Welcome to the Hot Rod Hangout podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Ashley.
And tonight's guest, we got JT from Misfire Car Club. Returning guest. We're going to catch up with him and then share some details about the Dragstrip Riot. So what's going on, man?
Good evening. Did you survive this so-called hurricane?
We haven't really gotten anything too bad. I mean, it's rained a little bit of wind, but for the most part, it hasn't really got to us yet, I guess. Supposedly, I don't know. My mom and dad did just text and said that they lost power. So hopefully we can get through this without losing power. And
yeah, totally. I mean, over here in Orlando, it was not much of anything. We took off of work today and everything, and not that I don't mind having a day off of work, but you know, there wasn't a whole lot of hurricane stuff going on over here, to be honest.
Yeah, we were all our offices were closed as well. Ashley works from home, so she don't get that luxury. But yeah, I didn't mind the day off. I wish I would have left the cars out a little bit though, so I could have worked on something this morning while it was still nice before it started to get gloomy. But
yeah, a friend of mine's visiting from out of town. We went out over to New Smyrna Beach and we're hanging out. It was pretty windy over there, but that was about it. You know, about 40-mile-an-hour winds on the beach.
That's, you know? I mean, that's on the other side. So, I mean, I guess it was windy. It just didn't seem that way, I guess, because of the trees and stuff. But
yeah.
So.
But anyways, hopefully we'll have great weather here in about 30 days for this drag race event.
Yes, sir.
You know, we've it's going to be number 7 for us, and we've had pretty decent weather for almost all 7 years.
Well, me and Ashley are definitely excited about coming out. I think I went a couple years. It's been a little while ago now.
Yeah.
We've been together for 4 years. But definitely looking forward to that. Anytime with classic cars at a drag strip is always a good time. So,
yeah, for sure. You know, we skipped a year ago for reasons I don't have time to get into, but we're as they say, back by popular demand.
yes.
You know, so it's going to just be a kind of a one-day event this year on Saturday, October 26th, and the track has made some changes, so we're excited, and we're going to make it happen. And you know, we've got a lot of people that are excited about it and coming, and so bring it on, right?
Yeah, like I said, we're pumped up. We've been trying to push it. We've been saying we're going since we found it, since me and you talked about it a while back. And
yeah.
So I know mom and dad are coming. I know we're coming. Obviously, we don't have anything to race, but we can definitely enjoy the cars.
Well, like I said, it's going to be on Saturday, October 26th, but the track will be open Friday night. If people want to come, say they're coming from out of town and they want to park their motorhomes and stay overnight, they can do so. There won't be nostalgia racing per se on Friday night. The track will be open for test and tune on Friday night. You know, you can pay your 2-day admission and camp overnight for free if you so desire, you know.
Awesome.
So we'll probably be out there on Friday setting up, and I know a lot of other guys will be too, but Saturday is the main day.
What time do the gates open on Saturday?
7 a.m.
Okay.
7 a.m. the gates should open. We expect to have the track hot by about 9:30, and we'll have racing and eliminations all the way up until whatever it takes. Could be 5 or 6 o'clock. We'll see.
Okay.
If depending on how many people show up. Obviously, the more people there, the longer it may take to get through eliminations.
10-4.
But yeah, the track will be open at 7. They will hopefully have enough staffing on hand, and there will be spectator parking and a little shuttle this year, a little, like a 6-person golf cart, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
to shuttle people between the parking lot and the pit area.
Okay.
So it's something kind of new this year. We put that together with one of the local companies. So if people just want to come and hang out, they can park in the spectator parking and either walk over, or if they need help, if you're a senior or can't walk that far, there will be a shuttle available all day long.
Awesome. That'll make it easy. Make it a little easier for everyone to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, it's Matt, as you could imagine, our demographic being a nostalgia event is a lot of older people. Obviously, they've been doing this since this was not a nostalgia event. Since it was running brand new cars, just about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So some of these people are getting up in their years, and they look forward to this event, to bringing their vehicles out and running them, down the track, or even just having them on display.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them a chance to get together with their buddies and bring out these old race cars and, like I said, either run them down the track or either just have them on display and talk to one another. So it's kind of a gathering as well as anything else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we've met a couple people that do nostalgia out Missouri, Texas way, and that's what they always say is it's more just a fun, they're talk a little smack, get out and enjoy your car with your buddies. It's not, the serious, emotional, stuff of normal drag racing. It's more just getting out, enjoying your friends, catching up with people that you haven't ran into in a while, and, seeing what everybody else has brought out to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, talking smack, the bench racing,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's car is faster than the next person. But that's the whole point of this event is a gathering of like-minded people to just celebrate vintage drag racing the way it used to be, heads up quarter-mile drag racing. There are some trophies and some awards that we do give out, but if you're coming for that and that's all you care about, well, you may want to just stay home, because that takes the fun out of it. This event is about having fun and not about the whole competition.
Yeah, that's why when we first saw it, that's why I kind of, we got behind it, because, that's how our monthly cruise is. That's how our show in January is going to be. It's more just about getting together, hanging out, catching up with people. I always say, and I've said it numerous times, but, I have all these friends that I've never actually met in person.
Oh, exactly.
So come out and you're finally going to get to put a face to a name. I've talked for hours on a podcast with them, or hours after the fact, or, hey, I need parts. You have parts. Send me parts. Like that. It's kind of been a great experience with doing this, but it's like, I'd really like to shake that man's hand and say thank you in person, or nice to meet you, even though we may have been Facebook friends for years. We just never ran into each other because we don't live anywhere near each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
like you said, it's putting a face to a voice or a name.
Mm-hmm.
You may see a famous car out there, air quotes famous, and now you get to meet the driver.
Yep.
That puts this thing down the quarter mile. Whoever put this thing together. Every year we have a grand marshal, and we have a few people up our sleeve this year. I won't kind of give out any names right at the moment, but we try and celebrate people from Florida that were influential in the sport of drag racing. And some of these people have been forgotten, and we get these people out and we put them at a table with a hero card and a Sharpie. And it is amazing that people come out, hey, I remember you from back in the day.
Yep.
I remember your car. And man, people get teary-eyed over this nonsense,
Well, and also it's kind of like the cars. People identify with classic cars. Even if you're not a car guy, these names, these cars.
Right.
Even if you're not a quote unquote hot rodder, like a 54 Chevrolet or a Merc or something, you're going to have that memory. And some of these digger cars that, which I'm going to leave the name out, but I'm pretty sure I know somebody that you're talking about. And we share a common thread in that. So, what classes are there, or is it broken down into classes, or is it more just exhibition style? Or
no, our event has classes, and you can find all the information at the Florida Dragstrip Riot.com website. It breaks down everything. All the information you need to know is on our website. We've done our best to have everything there so that people can make sense of what's going on. We'll have everything from if you got a front engine dragster to a completely stock 32, Ford hot rod. Well, that wouldn't be stock, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a class for you. There's a street tire class, a slick tire class, and gasser class, super stock. So there's a place for everybody. And once again, it's all about having fun. Hopefully you'll be paired up with somebody that is kind of close to, your time, that you may have to, help the people at the track as far as getting in line with somebody that is
comparable.
Yeah. Comparable. Exactly. But again, it's all about having fun. There's no bracket racing. There's no, staggered Christmas tree or anything. It's all quarter mile heads up. We do have 8th mile timing in place. If you are a normal person that runs 8th mile and there is flags set up at the track for 8th mile, and you can, shut off after 8th mile and you'll be timed accordingly. You'll still get your 60-foot times, in your proper ET. So, if you only run 8th mile and you're worried about having to run the entire course, come out and just shut it down after 8th mile. Make sure you're running somebody that's, again, comparable.
Yeah.
So, but we try and make it fair. But at the end of the day, it is all about having fun. And like I said, we do, at the end of the day, we'll have some payouts and prizes, and we do the best we can. This year, we had kind of it was some last minute stuff, so we didn't get as much sponsorship help as we have in the past, but we're still going to try and make it a good time for everybody and make it worthwhile,
Definitely.
In addition to the drag racing, we have and we've always had a car show parking event. So the grass field, and it will be marked accordingly, is for our show cars. And so anybody, once again, the event is pre-79. And if you have a pre-79 car and you want to come in, there will be a designated parking area, and you can park there. You may or may not win a trophy, but again, that's not what the event's all about. It's just about being, hanging out with like-minded people.
Yep.
There's some club parking against the fence. I'll have that marked out. There is a vendor area and a swap meet area. If you are interested in being a vendor or a swap meet individual, go on our website, download the PDF file, and get in touch with me. My phone number and my partner, Bill Hartzell, our contact information is on the website. You can reach out to me, and we'll get you a spot. So,
what is the cost for entry?
So it's $50 for you and your car to race.
Okay.
Okay. If you just want to be a spectator, or you're just going to bring your, 65 Chevy Malibu in, it's $25.
Okay.
If you get inside the track and you get all caught up in the excitement and you want to run your car down the track, you can buy a tech card at the tech shack, and you can run your car down the track. But you have to comply with the rules.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so fast, you have to have, certain safety measures and, seat belts.
Yes.
And that in place. So you'll have to go through a basic tech inspection.
Definitely. It's going to be an awesome time.
Yeah. And I will, be upfront. The track, the prices are a little more expensive this time around, but like everything else, between the racetrack and stuff, operating expenses have gone up, and we've just had no choice but to have to shift gears a little bit, pun intended. I think it's still an affordable event.
Oh, definitely.
For most people and their families. Have you seen the price of concert tickets lately?
Yeah, everything. I mean, it's really everything, and that's and we went through, so we understand, venue cost, and everything that comes with that, with the show, because we would call somebody, hey, we want to do an event. What is it? Car show? Nope. I'm like, really? Okay. And like I said, we looked up, through, actually, it was our monthly hangout on the third Sunday of the month. The gentleman that owns the Cove was like, hey, what about, Don Garlitz? And I was like, well, give him a call, see what it was. And, it worked out, and we're super pumped. But I would like to personally invite you and all of the Misfires, January 4th at Big Daddy Don Garlitz Drag Race Museum is our hangout.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
kind of the same thing. Like I said, that was kind of why when we first heard about the Dragstrip Riot, I'm like, yeah, this is basically, y'all have a drag racing aspect to it, and ours is at one of the most notable drag racers that live in the state of Florida. So, let's get behind this, because that's really what it's all about, is just getting out and enjoying, like you said, like-minded people.
Right. And I feel that our event is one of the only events of its kind in Florida,
Yes.
Especially the quarter-mile aspect of it. There are other tracks around Florida that you can race at, but they're eighth mile. And, some guys want to go the whole
Yeah.
quarter mile.
And Orlando is one of the elite tracks still, even, for normal drag racing. So,
yeah, they're going to do, Hemmings is having a huge, muscle palooza out there a few weeks before our event. And I'm planning on going to that, taking my car out and just hanging out and seeing what's going on. That's kind of a one run with your brung event. You could have a Hellcat or a late model Shelby Mustang, as well as a vintage car. Our event is pre-79, but that should still be a pretty exciting event, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Looking forward to that. And, anything that Hemmings puts their name on is normally pretty decent.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Like I said, gates will open at 7. There will be a shuttle for people that need assistance. They'll have, plenty of food and drinks for everybody. The track should be prepped for, good racing all day long. All we need is some decent weather and no hurricanes.
Yeah, hopefully this one blows by, and then no more.
Right. But I would urge, we get a lot of kickback from people back to the muscle car thing. We get people whining and crying, and I hate to even use those terms, but people show up at our event with their, fill in the blank late model vehicle and say, well, why can't I participate? Well, this event is not for late model vehicles. This event is we've actually stretched it to, 78 because of some car, say like a Plymouth Volare, or, I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
We're trying to stay in the flavor of nostalgia. There's 51 other weekends available if you have an IROC Camaro or an S10 or a late model Monte Carlo or something.
Mm-hmm.
Go out to that event. This is not what it's about. And people that come with newer cars, it kind of spoils the flavor of the event when you're trying to, if it was a Ford event and you had a Mopar, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So every year we get a few people that give us, a hard time about not letting them in. But what can I say? It's a nostalgia event. It's not a steak and shake, run what you brung event, So.
I mean, I feel like when you said 79, I was like, well, that's being generous, because that covers, your 73, 74 Camaros, your second gen Camaros, where it was still a muscle car before muscle cars went away for a little while, and then but
if you follow like Southeast Gassers,
mm-hmm.
Man, these guys are super strict. I think they have a cutoff of maybe 67, and you better have a stick shift car and, blah, 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 as far as their, checklist, or you're not running with these guys. But you look at their field, they have a small field.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a small field because not everybody can comply, So, yeah, enough about all that. It's pre-79, and, if your car is pre-79, we'd love to have you out. If you don't comply, come on out anyways. Bring your family. Kids 12 and under are free. If I didn't mention that already, I'm going to mention it now. So it's definitely a family friendly event. The pits are open. You can walk through the pits. These car owners are more than happy to answer questions, and I've seen them, put little kids in cars, get their picture taken, and just really be open about making it, something that you can get up close and personal.
That's what it's all about. I mean, that's why drag racing has always had a special place in my heart, is because it's one of the only auto racing that allows you to get up close and personal with a car. You see a NASCAR there in the infield. You can't really go see them.
Right.
You can't talk to the drivers. You can't walk around, within reason. A drag racer that's getting ready for the next round might not be the nicest person to you, but understand that they're trying to get ready to go. But after the event, or after they're done, or, in between rounds, if they're done getting it turned around, they'll talk to you. They'll answer the questions that, people that you don't necessarily have to know a whole lot about drag racing to go out and enjoy it.
Right, exactly. And on that note, we will have Tim will be our announcer once again up in the tower. And this guy is the man when it comes to being able to, when a car is on the starting line and you want to know what's going on, he will tell you what the car is, the history, everything you never wanted to know about it. And we feel so fortunate to have him back up in the tower this year as our announcer. I'm not sure if we'll have the same starters down on at the Christmas tree again. Richard Stetson, we had him a few years, and he was a long time employee of Orlando Speedworld as the starter, and he did an awesome job. And he had a race car too. He had a '64 Plymouth Belvedere, and he was one of our grand marshals years ago. So event is just jam packed with people that have been around drag racing for a long, long time. These are not just fly by night people that just fell off a turnip truck. So, and as a result, we try and put on a good show and make it professional. I mean, it's professional, but it's also low key in that, once again, we're all about having fun. But yeah, I don't know what else. I think I've kind of covered all my notes here. Once again, if you're interested in the event, we do have a Facebook page, Florida Dragstrip Riot. You can go on there, and there's links to our website, the FloridaDragstripriot.com. You can go on there. Unfortunately, you cannot do any pre-sales as far as registration ahead of time or anything. I don't know. We just feel it's not really necessary. It kind of sucks to have to sit in line out in front of the track, but it is what it is. The track, they said that they would have people in place, trying to get you through the gate as fast as possible this year. So if you're driving an old car and it's overheating out on Highway 50, well, you know what? Shut her down, or better yet, fix that cooling system or that electric fan before you even head out that way. You know what I mean?
Well, we will make sure that we put that in the show notes, the website, and the Facebook. And we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
The rain's getting a little harder, so we're going to go ahead and give us the dates, babe.
All right. So to finish off September, we have the Rawfest Music Festival, Cars for a Cause at Flamingo Lake RV Resort in Jacksonville. That's going to be on the 28th, this coming weekend. And then into October, the 5th and 6th, we have Trash the Classic Rat Rods Car Show in Okeechobee County Fairgrounds. Also on the 6th is Sumter Swap Meet at Florida Classic Park in Brooksville. The 18th is the Third Friday Cruising in downtown Inverness. Same weekend, the 19th and 20th is Slam Fest at Florida State Fairgrounds in Tampa. And on the 20th, yes, on the 20th, we have the monthly hangout at the Cove in Inverness. So definitely have to check that out. And of course, the big October 26th, Florida Dragstrip Riot Drag Race and Car Show. And we are very excited.
Yep.
And not to get into November too much, but don't forget about Turkey Rod Run, the 28th through December 1st at Daytona International Speedway. And to start your year off right, the Hangout, our first annual event, January 4th at Don Garlett's Museum of Drag Racing. All vehicles are welcome. We will have podcast sponsor and car club picks. There's going to be food and merch vendors. There's going to be a raffle. We are also doing a 50-50 for Ryland Strong Network. Pre-registration is hotrodhangout.com. And registered vehicles will be receiving a gift bag with goodies and merch.
And pre-registration is $25, and I do have a correction. Day of is going to be $30, and we can take card or cash. Also, if you pre-register for the show, you get a goodie bag. Everything in that goodie bag can be purchased, but you're saving $5, and you're getting free stuff, so you should pre-register. Well,
love it.
Make sure you go check out BP Customs on Facebook.
Yes, and check out Throttle Addict using the code word HOTROD for 15% off.
Make sure you go check out Johnny Jalopy Hot Rod Art on Facebook and JohnnyJalopy.com.
And don't forget to go visit The Cove. You can check them out on Facebook or thecovepubandgrub.com for directions, menu, campsite, and lodging reservations.
Make sure you go check out Low Income Clothing and Low Income Photo on Facebook and Instagram.
And, of course, huge shout-out to Rat Rod's Woodfire Pizza, going to be one of our food vendors at our show. You can check them out on Facebook or ratrodswoodfirepizza.com for their menu and to book an event.
Awesome.
So one last shameless plug, and we can regroup on this down the road. But in addition to this Dragstrip Riot, I'm also the president of the Misfire Car Club, and in February at Henry's Depot will be our 25th anniversary Groundhog Gala car show extravaganza, hot rod and custom. Now that's a pre-64 event, but maybe we can regroup on this here podcast sometime in the future and talk about that.
We definitely will. Because that will be a show that we will be attending in 2025.
We had such a great time last year.
Okay, folks. Well, appreciate you having me on.
Hey, and we want to give a big shout out to you and Misfire Car Club for putting on this awesome event. And we look forward to seeing you there. Till next time, guys, get out, drive your shit.
See ya.
Later.
Exactly. Thanks. Bye-bye.